they don't live this American life. All those things that they have to complete their household is very personal, very family oriented. And it has history behind it. There's no reason to save them and throw them into a different lifestyle, or have them go and say, wow, that is nice marble, and then say, hey, you're welcome to get to know the American culture, which, by the way, is not the American culture. The American culture is very broad and diverse, especially with everything going on with politics and money and how much someone can obtain month to month to make it throughout the year. And so it's wrong, philosopher. It's wrong to have, oh yeah, we'll invite you over, eat some of our food, and you can share some of your culture with us, and we'll learn about you, and then see ya. We're respecting your culture. Go back to your town and village. Bye. And then come back and say, we have the best medical team. We have doctors. America doesn't have doctors. The LDS have doctors. And then state, because they end up working for humanitarian stuff, and then obviously you know that they're authentic because they move to New Zealand, a very expensive modern place with very expensive vehicles and very expensive roads, only specific to rich modern life. That is unfair. That is completely unfair, philosopher. It's disrespecting Americans, because then Americans get known through the LDS, and then Americans are like, you LDS people are making us look stupid. Like we don't know, or we can't know that there is more history out there in the world beyond the timing of the LDS births. And only realistically having the room to understand the dates of the American pilgrimage at the Mayflower time, and through the British Islands in England, and then that's where it gets cut off, because at that time that's supposed to be the warning time, because that's about 500, less than 1,000 years of timing from British, like the end part of the real Americans transferring over here, or the pilgrimage over here to this land, and then the war on government, what people because not everybody had the same beliefs, and then figuring out which ones would govern, and then stating, oh, we have the most advanced and we won because look at us now. All of you are supposed to be LDS too, talking to or about every other American here, and then stating, well, you guys weren't ready, your family line wasn't ready. That's why our families were chosen, and then now you guys can feel like you guys are wanted into our LDS families. And then past that, through the British, you have to acknowledge Jesus as the Catholic history and the history based on a form of Christian based on bad kings ruling their people and removing themselves from Catholic times because each king wanted to bring in something newer. So there is the Jesus Jesus lines, because the LDS are not supposed to jump lines and go from saying they acknowledge the Catholic Europe side, because if they do, then that's stealing records and history for their own obtainment, for the LDS to create underneath their name LDS friendship or a new brother or sister. And that would be disrespecting and neglecting the Catholic history line from Europe and jumping over sea to reach the Latino side of Jesus, of Jesus, that today they recognize as an American said word of Jesus, only based on growing up here in America and knowing that there's a difference between Jesus from Christians or Jesus from those Quaker boomin' believers that kind of mimic LDS because they're newer.